Okay guys, so this is going to be my arena overpowered build for Freya the Mage. I always start with Hastened Fatallis for the reason being I want that passive, I want that movement, the attacking movement debuff gone as soon as possible. Then follow up with the Shoes of Focus for the penetration, followed by Demonic Grip and Bancroft's Talon. And then my fifth item will be Rod of Tahuti, which will give you insane amounts of damage, as you will see later in the video. You'll be able to 2-3 shot most people unless it's a tank. Then I will leave my sixth item to be situational. It's either going to be a defensive item if they've got a lot of assassins. It's going to be a penetration item if they've got you know, a lot of tanky people like Mage or Kabrakan. But as you can see, Pulse is my go-to attack. The reason being you want that AoE slow and the AoE damage early in the game. Pulse and Irradiate together as a combo are going to be my go-to combos for catching down assassins. As you can see there, just defeated that enemy god with the Pulse as it slows, stopping the enemy from being able to run away and keeping them in your sights. Now I've got the Hastened Fatallis. We're talking some real chasing capabilities here. Any enemy gods that try to run away from my attacks, they're not going to be able to get out of my sight, you see. Banish, the third ability of Freya, is not too highly rated. I use it mainly as an escape tactic if I'm going to get ganked by 2 or 3. As you can see here, the ultimate takes off quite a lot. Then when it's coupled with Pulse, people cannot get away from you. As I said, Banish, I use it mainly as an escape tactic, just because I don't want to be ganked by 2 or 3 people. With Freya being a mage, she is still going to be squishy unless you built her full armor, which isn't the point of her at all. As you can see, I'm about to get ganked here. Banish saves the day, allows me to get back towards my base to my teammates to safety and prevent me from dying. Cupid nearly had me there, but boom, can't beat teamwork. So here you have me fighting the enemy nemesis, and she's just about to get away until I use my ultimate, and there we go. Easy for catching chasers. Freya's movement speed coupled with the sprint relic, you know, even Bastet there wasn't able to catch up with me. She is very, very good at getting out of tight, sticky situations. Back to using Pulse on the minions now, as it is such a great wave clearer. The amount of minion damage I can get on Freya in a game is usually 40k plus. It's incredible, especially with how quick she can dispose of them compared to other mages and assassins. As we can see here, the enemy nemesis is just about to escape, but due to the slow effect of the Pulse, she just can't get away in time, and with accurate aiming, she's destroyed just before she gets into the base. Banish there saved our fellow from getting defeated. He had 3 enemies on him. I was able to lift 2 into the air using Banish, just long enough for him to escape to avoid death. Cupid on my tail, and I get ganked here by the nemesis, but not to worry, I will soon get my revenge. As you can see, we've not got that many kills and deaths now, but that will all change as soon as I get the Rod of Tahuti. You just need to build that item as quickly as you can once you get up to that stage of late game. Banish coupled with a couple of pulses, coupled with a couple of irradiates, and the ultimate enables me to get Cupid back into the base and to defeat the enemy Freya, giving us a bit more time to clear the waves. As you can see, the score is really starting to separate now. It's not anywhere near as close it was at the beginning of the game. That's mainly down to the fact that I've been destroying the enemy minion waves and keeping the enemies at bay, because they're starting, as you can see, Freya's just about to escape, and my Banish gets her in the air long enough for our Fenrir to destroy him. But the enemies are starting to become wary of my power now. Now that I'm up to the Rod of Tahuti, they're going to seriously panic once I start attacking from the minute I get out of this base and back into the arena, there's going to be destruction. But just before that, they was already starting to notice a huge increase in my power and starting to get out of there and avoid battle with me. But now I've got the Rod of Tahuti, you're going to see the first bit what it can do. Look at the HP just draining on those enemy gods. That's one destroyed. Unfortunately, I only got the assist, but not to worry. Every little bit helps as long as the team wins. I'm not bothered. Look at that HP just drain from the enemy gods. It's 1 kill, 2 kills, as well as an assist since I come out the arena, which is less than a minute ago. 3 kills, 4 kills. And an assist. I actually got my quadra kill trophy there. I hadn't had that before, mainly because of the slow attack rate of Freya compared to assassins. You do tend to get a lot of assists, but as you can see, I'm just like a one-man army out there now. We've got Fenrir, we've got Fafnir, and I am just annihilating the enemy team more or less single-handedly, which as a mage, you know, it's usually down to the assassins to do this sort of work. But Freya, I mean, I get myself killed here, stupid, because I run into the enemy base to try and get a melee attack. If I'd have left it, I maybe would have survived, but not to worry. 3 of us can't take him down, so I get in there with a ranged attack, defeated. As you can see, we won the game with 140 tickets left over, and it wasn't my best game with Freya. You know, sometimes I do have a lot more, such as 21 kills to say 3 or 4 deaths, but I'm not going to complain at that when you look at my kill and death ratio compared to the rest of the team. Not only that, if you look at my minion damage, you know, I've got 33,000. And compared to the other teams, Freya, who's only got 16,000, sorry, yeah, it's a huge difference. Not only that, my player damage is way up there at the top of the leaderboard. So I can clearly say that me and Kukulkan more or less carried that whole team. But then again, that's what Freya is. She's a mage AD carry character, and with this build, as you can see, she's a formidable force, and you won't go far wrong with her. If you're not getting the results you want with this build, maybe the mage class isn't for you, because she is a monster. Thanks again. And